Hi, how's it going? This is Resident. I'm calling with from YouTube. Back to do my review of To Benight and Beguile, Book 7, Chapter 5, Reunions of All Natures. Sorry. You have Nick in Lear Lockwood's office. Now, before he gets here, Lear is going through the documents that were crafted up many years. The person who brokered the deal between his father, Henry Lockwood, and the Murphy family were legal, but the entire affair of the adoption of Maggie Lockwood, Cora's birth name, had been done by a black market baby dealer who worked with Henry to find the right family who paid good money for a baby. So he tucks these papers away as Jordan's coming into the office. Dr. Nick Jordan, that is, Evie's little brother. And Nick here, he basically asks Lear to defend Evie. Not basically, he does ask Lear to defend Evie, Matthew, Mary. Now, Lear brings up the fact that, no judge with their right mind would look at this seriously and say, oh yeah, we're having a trial. Because you actually have to prove legitimate witchcraft, you see, like when did it start? Again, and witchcraft is such an old thing, it's like over 200 years. So Lear feels that any judge will just laugh at this. But he knows it won't be easy to clear them. But he does take the case. I always channel my inner Harvey Birdman attorney law. If you've ever seen the cartoon, I'll take the case. Yeah, I'll take the case. Like if Harvey Birdman walked into this, they think like, yeah, that dude looks weird. Arrest him. But oh my god. But no, on all seriousness, you have to trust the devil you know. That's how I felt when reading this, Nick. They are in between a rock and a hard place. His sister, him, because they don't want to lose Evie. Evie is somebody who is always from the frying pan to the fire because she's dealing with a witch. We're dealing with Jacqueline here. You also, my favorite part about this, outside of the shape shifting you have by Jacqueline, I love how, I talked about how Rebecca, Lord Castador, who John's keeping a bit of a heel tendency toward. Though she's not specifically a heel, you always want to keep that sort of in your pocket. And once again here, you have that, but you also have where she's basically trying to, Gabriel and Fabian are playing together. You also have Cora Taylor, who is in this mix too. She's still very much working with Gabriel. So they're letting her stay on here. There's Rebecca does not want Aurora around Caspian. So she does her best here. Make sure I get this right. So Rebecca says that Caspian needed to get out of town. Aurora says, "Don't you think that's a little strange?" Um, Aurora didn't push it too hard. She wants to talk to Caspian in a sense in her own time, but basically Aurora wants to speak to both Caspian and Rebecca. Rebecca is trying to stall and do anything to make sure this doesn't happen. She does not want to lose Caspian. Rebecca is to the realization that her lies are going to catch up with her. That she wants to keep Aurora far away from Caspian and Caspian far away from Aurora. And she's doing her best job to do that. I mean, it gives the question of how far she'll go. Um, I wonder if Rebecca has some sort of contingency plan for this whole trial thing. I would not be shocked if she does. Um, I would. We'll see. We'll see. Because you don't want Evie to be convicted of witchcraft. Um, that would just keep Aurora there. Um, if something happens to Evie, Aurora's not. Um, my favorite character in this whole chapter is the attorney Eden, because he questions Timothy hard. He goes, "Look, what's your agenda here? This Eden smells bullshit, which any great attorney will." Um, Eden Sidney does a very good job of questioning his friend. Look, what's your motivation? Witchcraft, really? Like, though he's prosecuted it before, he's not necessarily the biggest believer in it because to him, I wonder exactly. I don't get the sense that Eden. I got every sense that Eden's not going to be in this for the same reason Timothy is. That Eden may investigate the truth of it. Um, Even though the Jacqueline disguised shapeshifted herself as the clerk, I think there's things we don't know enough about Eden yet that he may know about literal witchcraft. Again, this is the sense I got when I was reading. I'm not saying this is fact. Do not hold my feet to the fire. That he seems to know more. He knows the laws, yes, but I also get the sense that Eden knows more than what he's letting on about literal witchcraft. Again, I could be wrong, so please do not hold my feet to the fire. But he does call his friends. He does call Timothy's bullshit here a bit, which I like. Though the trial is going to go ahead, I wonder how much investigating he do. That's my biggest question. You have Christopher. What I love here is Christopher accepting that he is David and David is Christopher. Um, but you also have that, you know, the ghost of Sabrina telling David, you need to find him. He'll, um, find your happiness. Um, to reunite with Sebastian. So Christopher slash David, because again, David is not dead. He's not a spirit. He's not a ghost. But Sabrina is. Sabrina basically tells you need Sebastian, your son, and that's what David intends to do. David does say that David slash Christopher says that Jacob needs to pay for what he did, and Sabrina says He will. The universe will catch up with him. Um, there are bigger things at play here. Just Jacob. Um, Jacob realizes this too, but so there's a lot of because of the trial. Um, I did wonder because with the whole werewolf thing, Philip was bit by a wolf that wasn't that natural. So I wonder if there was some intent, like if there's something else going on with the whole werewolf thing. Like, was it just a wolf out for a meal? He gets bit by one, or was it someone else seeking? I don't think it was seeking to transform somebody. Again, I could be don't still whatever. um, who do I? Now, if you ask me, who would I get to defend? Um, Baby. Now, not Barnabas. Ever. Uh, um, just saying. Barnabas is not the best attorney in the world. Um, his track record has issues, just like his shooting style. Yeah, yeah. So Lear Lockwood, it is. I would choose Lear over Barnabas. Um, as much as I love my buddy Barnabas, no, no, hell no. But really, really good characters. I I think that's the thing I value most about John's story. That's where he's taking his characters. But he doesn't try to tell. He doesn't try to like give it away. He leaves very. He leaves it to where to keep you coming back. And when I read this today, I was like, man, this is really good. I like the fact that you have an attorney who isn't just out for blood. Yeah, he's going to take it to trial, but I get the sense that Eden just isn't going to just prosecute these people. He's going to actually investigate these people, other than just word testimony. Because, okay, when did all this begin? Not just the attacks, not just the werewolf attacks, but when did all this witchcraft really begin? So there's that sense too. Um, again, that's just my opinion. Hope you guys go read and check out the Benight Beguile. It's a really, really good story. You guys have a good day.